I'm gonna take a Roblox character and try to turn him into a supermodel. That's what I'm trying to do. I need some foundation on my face. So this is gonna be my makeup tutorial. Because I haven't talked in my videos in a long time because I was too busy being cool. So double wear. I want to show off all the tips that I've learned. So I've noticed with foundation, I like to warm it up with my hands and slap it on. It makes the coverage more even. So I do this first, and if you're gonna learn anything about me from this video is that I'm not afraid of putting on a lot of makeup. So if you're expecting like a clean girl light coverage look, this might not be the video for you. But my good side is this side. How do I record that? Because I don't want to look ugly that way. I'm gonna do the video looking like this the whole time. And I use just like a cheap makeup wipe to take that off. And now let's get to blending. I have Midnights by Taylor Swift in the background, so I hope it doesn't get flagged and Taylor Swift copyrights my video, because she does not need more money. I don't know if I love Midnights. Like, is it that good of an album? No, but it is a good pop star album. Like, it was her playing as a pop star, which is kind of fun. I've been really into Tortured Poets, but I don't really like Taylor Swift's like first songs, how she opens albums. I'm not a fan of like her choices. Like, I start the album at, what is it? Like So Long London. Like, I skipped the first like 4 tracks, and on Midnights I always skip Lavender Haze. And my favorite off Midnights is Still Maroon, and my favorite off Tortured Poets is Chloe or Sophia or Sam, The Bolter, Love of My Life. Oh my god, I can't believe I skipped the best one. Sometimes I just start the album at Guilty as Sin, which is like half through the album. Like, that song is so awesome. Like, my favorite Taylor archetype is like sexy, broken up with girl. Like, Tolerate It. Like, when she performed that live for the Eras Tour movie, it made me gasp. Being that crazy ex-girlfriend, that's my favorite Taylor archetype. It's like so powerful and like so dark. Like, I love it. That's my favorite Taylor. The like pop star, Shake It Off, I Can Do It With a Broken Heart, like all her poppy like white girl stuff, I'm not a fan. I love that like tortured poet look, because obviously I relate. This foundation's like really good. Like, it's matte and like thin, but it doesn't have a lot of coverage. So I do understand why it's one of the most popular foundations ever in the world, and for women over like 40, and why a lot of like 60-year-old women like it, because it doesn't move, it doesn't separate. Like, it's really good, but it's like light coverage. It's supposed to be like medium to full, but it's not. And I think that's why a lot of women gravitated towards it because it's very perfecting. Okay, that's layer 1. Now I go into color corrector. Okay, so I have one thin layer of foundation and color corrector. So now I don't put extra powder on my powder puff, but just from many usages, it has some powder on there. I set the color corrector, but that's it. I don't set anywhere else. And now I go for layer 2, and it depends on what I'm going for. I can do another layer of this, but it's not necessarily going to cover up the orange. This foundation by Juvia's Place is the most full coverage foundation I've found, but it's really thick. Like, I'm not really a fan of that. I only use this when I like really want to cover everything up and like be like picture perfect. So I could go in with this. I could go in with this. You know what? Let's do, I have double wear in a darker color. I just use a lot of this. I think like a normal girl puts on like 2 pumps of foundation. I put on like half the bottle. Oops. I'm not necessarily going for pretty or natural or sexy with my look and my aesthetic. I like going for cool. Cool is like what I love. It's really easy to be pretty. I think it's cooler to be cool. Cool to me means like being yourself, doing what you want, following your instincts. I love being cool. Like, sorry I couldn't text you back. I was too busy being cool. Like, this foundation, it's really wet, which is interesting. 'Cause I've tried so many freaking foundations in my life. But this foundation, it's my favorite, but I just wish it was a little bit more coverage. My freaking CD player is skipping every song, so it just sounds like Taylor Swift muttering words. She's casting a spell on me. My vibe, I like to look glamorous with like a hint of coolness, with a hint of cheapness. Because all these foundations, this is like a $50 or $60 foundation. I bought it for like 15 or 20 bucks on Mercari, which is like a secondhand eBay store. So I love like glamorous, but like cheap. Cheap means like, I don't know, I just think it's cool. Maybe that's just me trying to find a positive in being broke or growing up broke, but I learned to love it. It like creates a perspective and an aesthetic that's hard to achieve, which ironically you don't need that much money for. But also you have the ability to create your vibe, I guess. And sometimes you get so good at it that people would want to pay millions for it or pay a lot of money to look like your vibe, but you can't sell that, which is cool because you own it. You created it. Okay, so this was layer 2 of foundation. Now I need a lot of coverage over my mustache area, so I use this foundation stick by Crayon. And look, it's gonna like completely block out any green. Oh, what I was going for with the cheapness analogy is I'm using $10 rollers, hot rollers in my hair to give me like a wave and a curl. It's like you can make your look glamorous with $10. How to look like $1 million by spending 20 bucks. That is my motto in life. So what is that? If I want to count the color corrector, that's 4 layers. Now I would go over with like concealer, but I want to show you this foundation. It's very like thick and creamy. Look, like that is like paint. So we're 5 layers in. Just because I'm here and I want this to be a smoother blend, I'm gonna use a little bit of Estee Lauder. And I just use the Juvia's Place foundation to fill in the crevices, like fill up all my pores and all my hair follicles. But it's really thick, so it's not gonna move around. So I'm using the Estee Lauder one on top of that to make it glide easier. I think the longest part of my routine is probably the base. That's what takes me the longest. Because I have a lot of cover, a lot of surface area. I'm gonna take a Roblox character and try to turn him into a supermodel. That's what I'm trying to do. Because I have like a blockhead. I look like a Roblox character. Yeah, I'm gonna be here for a while. If you wanna look perfect, don't forget to put foundation on your ears, make it match your face, put it behind your jaw, under your ear, around your neck. Don't just put it on your face and your neck, go around. So now I'm done blending and I'm done thinking about all the X's I want to run over. Now we're gonna go into cream blushes and contours. I sometimes don't use any creams and just set my foundation with powder, but I do notice the skin looks creamier when I use cream products. I try to use this brush and blend out as much as I can before I go in with a blending brush, but just so I can see the shape I'm trying to do and just cut some time out from blending. I have some new cream sticks and foundation. Like, my favorite brand in the world is About Face by Halsey. Love Halsey, love her music, love her Libra style. I love her angsty middle child archetype. Like, love Halsey. But this is her Walmart brand. It's AF94. Just got this yesterday. Let's see if it's any good. I don't really like putting stuff on sticks on my face. I usually like picking it up with the brush, but there's always room to grow and try new things. Said the guy in a polyamorous relationship. F off. And buff this all out. If I look crazy, that's because I am, but it all works out in the end. I started putting on makeup during the 2015 and 2016 craze. And I think you can tell I'm into that because of how much makeup I put on. Like, that was the era of makeup, like putting on all the makeup in the world. It's like everyone had all like this income of money, so we wanted to be exuberant and exaggerated with makeup. And that trend changes every now and then, every 5, every 10 years, based on economy and social trends and how much money we have in the bank. I just learned that from like studying pop culture trends and society, I guess, that when everyone's doing good and the stock markets are good, we like to express more and live more colorful. And the opposite is when we have less money and the market is more hard to live in, we like get more conservative, we get more tight on money, we dress down, we don't wear a lot of makeup because we have other things to worry about. But I just like to remember the glam and glamorous parts of life. And you could still be glamorous with $20. It's just how you hold yourself. And spending an extra 20 minutes or waking up an extra 20 minutes before you have to leave the house and make yourself feel glamorous. Even if you're walking in broken or dirty shoes, it's how you hold yourself. I just always loved beauty. I love makeup. I love it so much. Like, I love like putting looks in my head and being like, oh, I need to put that on my face. You ever look at something, you're like, I need that on my face right now. And I kind of get the emotional aspect of it because I don't have plastic surgery, and I mean, I promise me I would want it, but I don't have plastic surgery, so I'm using cosmetics to just amplify who I am and how I want to look. And it takes a long time to get ready. So let's say you take 30 minutes to get ready. That's 30 minutes of you looking at yourself in the mirror, putting on the makeup, fixing what you want to cover or what you don't want to show, and enhancing what you do. And that practice kind of feels like acknowledging the face that you have or the body that you have. And I don't know if the word's honoring it, but accepting it and working with what you got. But I have a pretty mom. Like, she had a pretty face and pretty bone structure, so I just stole that all from her. And I'm kind of just look like my parents. We all kind of just look like our parents. You can't really change that unless we have a surgeon and have $20,000 to give us a new face. But every single person in the world, we just look like our parents. Like, I can't really change that or hate my genetics. Like, what am I gonna do about that? I had a ballsy, absent dad, but I had like a beautiful looking and strong force of a mother. But it's ironic. I think I was told I have my dad's mentality and energy, but I have my mom's like physical beauty because she made me. Oops, did I just call myself beautiful? Oops. My favorite archetype is the mean girl. I love acting like a mean girl and looking like a mean girl, but the mean girl always has a good heart. She's just protecting herself. But that's why I like acting and like modeling. I love like acting like the mean girl. But is that me on a daily basis? No. But I can make you believe it is. I guess you gotta pick your archetypes that you like. Like, I cannot play the princess, bubbly, sweet, small features, long, natural, beautiful hair that Ariana Grande plays, because that's just not achievable for me. But it is achievable for me to do cool, dark, goth, mean girl. So I guess if I were to give any advice, it would be study archetypes and wear them all and see which one you like and resonates the most. It's just like an opportunity to play around and figure yourself out. And I think we like owe it to ourselves to take that time to figure ourselves out. If you're not doing that, then what are you doing? Wasting time or people pleasing. So I blended those cream products all over my face. So I kind of look like one color. So I have my foundation sponge with a lot of foundation on it, but just to bring back that foundation tone. Okay. I also have another cream blush that I just bought from Pure Fusion, another Walmart brand. But it's like a deep red, which is like so like sexy. When I saw it, I was like, ooh. Oh, it's a liquid, not a cream. Okay, let's see how this looks. Ooh, kind of love. My idea with that is I want to do like white foundation, like a gothy vampire, and like with a red cheek. Like that's gonna look so sexy. But I'm kind of bronzed right now because I used a darker foundation and heavy bronzer around the face. So it kind of just makes me look tan. Okay. All the face is done. And it only took me like 40 minutes. Oops. So that's like phase 1 that I just finished. Now I need loose powder. Since I'm going for like a tan look, I didn't know I was really going for that. I usually like white face, but I have this Wet n Wild banana powder. And if you use like a banana powder, it kind of neutralizes the whiteness and it makes you look more uniform and more normal looking. I like looking like an alien. I like looking cool and looking weird, but I do love that Wet n Wild powder. Like, it's a pretty good powder. And I go through a lot of powder. Like, it's gonna get messy up in here. Like, the amount of powder that I have, like, in my lungs is probably deadly. But is you could see I put on like 7 layers of creams or like 10 layers of creams and stuff. I really need all of that set. It works out in the end, I promise. I promise. And for under the eyes, since it's really creamy under there, I get like a pointed makeup puff. This one's by e.l.f. Just to make sure all those creams get set with powder. I'm building a house, okay? Like, I put the cement down and now I have to set the cement. Loose powder off. Time for powder foundation. Let's see. This is when I look close and see if I could see a lot of mustache coming through or any discoloration. So I'll get my MAC powder. And first I'll block out where I need. Sharpen up the cheek. I love brightening up the forehead. So I use this to put high impact coverage where I need it. And then I'll get it on a big fluffy brush and just smooth it out. Now we're completely blurred and covered. Let's take off all those layers on my lips. Ugh. This is what I learned. I learned I have so much foundation like in my waterline that sometimes my eyeliners don't glide on it. So I take the paper and press it on my waterlines. And look, there was like so much, you can't really see it, but there was like so much makeup in the waterline. like foundation. Oh, that literally got stuck in my eye. But I noticed I have like a weird problem, like in the inner corners, it gets really like cakey, like, and it's like so gross. And take off some of that loose powder on my brows. So now we're gonna do brows. Well, almost. I'm gonna go old school and use a pomade for my brows. So I'm using this Alleyway Girl pomade. Okay, I figured out why I stopped using pomades. It just takes too long to blend out. Like, I'm already over it. Look at this like cute eyebrow pencil I found at Ross. It's by Hourglass, but it's like tiny. It's like it fits in my hand like so small, so I have so much precision. Like, I love it. It was like $3. Oh, maybe that's why it was $3. It broke off. But it was like $3 for Hourglass. Like, what the heck? It's like my favorite. It's like so small. This is my favorite eyebrow. Like, it has like a sexy arch. It's like perfect. This eyebrow, I don't know her. Like, I do not like this eyebrow. This one's hard. I don't like this eye in general. Like, my mascara always looks better on this side. I'm gonna take some of that gray side from this brow powder and just reinforce the structure. Yeah, I don't really like doing my brows. I get bored. Like, I'm like, can this hurry up? So I like put them on like kind of sloppily. Like, I'm not a fan of brows that much. If you're not good at eyeshadow, use liquid eyeshadows. They're more forgiving. Like, I love eyeshadow colors, but I just cannot deal with fallout. Like, no. I'm a super ultra modern, wait, what's the title? I'm a super ultra modern girl, so I use liquid eyeshadows. I love a Chaperone's album, but it took me a while to get into her. I remember I tried playing the album like start to finish before, and I couldn't get through like the first song. I was just like, whoa, this is like too much, like too much. The colors are too bright. But I watched an interview and like saw that it was a fun album and it isn't really a deep album. So I was like, oh, so it's gonna be a fun time. So I need to like accept it and see it as a fun album and a flamboyant and queer album, and actually a really important album to like culture and society at the moment. And then I really loved it, like loved the songs. But nothing sounds too original or too impactful. I mean, it's a debut album that came out like 2 years ago. But like, my favorite song is Casual. Like, oh my God, it's so sexy. Like, every 5 or 10 years, we get a gay artist that makes gay music for gay people that straight people like. We only get a few of those every like 5 years. Like, we had Gaga, and then we had Sam Smith, and like now we're having like Chaperone. And like Pink Pony Club is like, oh my God, it's so fun. Like, it's so dramatic and theatrical. I think that's what it was. It's a theatrical album, so it's not really like easy listening. But it's she's very expressive with her voice, which is like very cool. Yeah, my favorite song is Casual though. Casual and Picture You, those are my favorites. But it's a very like loud and like, I would say even like for a critique is kind of annoying. It's like an annoying album. Like you have to be like under the age of like 30, if not 20, to like really love it. Like it's not ear friendly. It's like music for gay people and music for kids, which is not necessarily a bad thing. No one's making music for grandmas and grandpas. That's what Adele does. Oops. But I'm like the biggest Adele fan. The first CD I ever bought was 2015's Adele's, what is it, 25? Yes, that was my first album I ever bought. I don't know, I just super related to being a single mom amidst divorce when I was a teenager. Adele understood me and I understood her. Okay, I have my liquid shadows that dried down matte. Now I need some eyeliner. What color should we pick? Brown, gray. I got this yesterday too at Walmart, the Halsey brand that I love, and it was like on sale. Like all her products were like $2. I was like, yes. So I'm gonna put this chocolate brown. You can't really be precise with this product because it's so big. I'm gonna put that all over my waterlines. Oh, it's such a good creamy product. I have her makeup from About Face, like the regular brand. Let's see, I'll show you. Like the black and the blue. But these are matter. They're like have a lot of tug and they set down. So they last forever. This one, it's way too creamy. I don't think it sets down. I want a model for her makeup brand Sunday. No other brand does alternative, cool, messy makeup. Everyone's like clean, perfect, glam, luxury. She has like a cool makeup brand. Like no one else is doing that. Like Ariana's makeup brand is like cutesy, natural, pretty girl, teenager, preteen girl makeup. I feel like Halsey's brand About Face is more like teenager, early 20s, rock star makeup. I could relate to that more than like a natural makeup line or put together look. Like I want smudgy eyeliner, not like a perfect, pretty winged liner. I'm not like other girls. Relieve the inner corners like little sharp, like cat eyes. Gold and the green. Gold and green. No, I got fallout. I always get fallout like right here and it gets stuck like on the nose. Cause I have like such a big nose. It is my favorite brush ever. It's a broken brush. But I just want to tap it on. It is MAC Melba. Put it on all the little sweet spots. Okay, now I've been doing my makeup for a while and at this point I get kind of bored and I'm just like slapping stuff on. But to make the blush blend easier, I use this Gwen Stefani Guave Beauty highlighter. It's a highlighter with no base, like, so it's just shimmer basically. Like really fine baked shimmer. I even like to take some and like put it over the eyeshadow. It kind of duels out any harsh lines. So I got kind of bored with this makeup look. So I want to F it up a little bit. So I put on a lot of loose powder on my face. Because I'm going to put on a lot of shimmers and there's going to be a lot of fallout. Let's get this gold. Let's get this bronze, this cream. I love the lyric, karma is a relaxing thought. I picture it as relaxing thought, like THOT. So I just want like a baddie like laying on her bed. I know it's relaxing thought, like a thought in your head, but I thought in the beginning it was like a relaxing thought. So I always want to picture like myself like relaxing on the bed. I'm a relaxing thought. Yeah, if I take too long doing my makeup, I get bored and like F it all up. I think that's what I do in life too. I get too bored and I fuck it all up. Like, oops. I spy with my little eye, has a fly, July. Let's go in with orange. I got this orange color from the dollar store. It's not the best blush in the world, but it's like a pure pigment. And for $1.25, that's sickening. I get so bored after I've been sitting down for an hour. I'm like, hurry up. I do like a smudgy, lived in, I would even say sloppy look. I just really love it. I resonate with sloppiness. Okay, now let's look up close and see the damage that we done. Whatever. Let's do glitter. This is not the vision I had in my head, but it's the vision that I'm painting, so. Time to set my face with a refreshing spray, and I'm gonna blow dry my face with a blow dryer. I have like a lot of makeup on my hair. It looks like I have like blonde streaks. Oops. So I'm just gonna take my makeup wipe and try to take off as much as I can. It looks pretty cool, right? I look like a cool old lady. Here, let's take these rollers out. So I brushed out my curls, got super volumized with it, but I'm not really liking this lip color. So I'm gonna take off the center. I'm just too cool for pink lipstick, so I'm gonna cool it down with some gray. I do love like a 60s pinup style with like the bangs and the makeup and a thin dark brow, but I like being like goth or cool with the look. So like a cool 60s pinup girl. Cause you know that's more me. More 90s goth. Yes, that's what I needed. But I always like to blot the edges of my lipsticks because I love like a blurred lip. Like I don't like sharp lines at all. The only thing sharp about me is my mind. The fuck. I have this L'Oreal setting spray that I'm convinced is just a travel size hairspray. Like, It says it's a makeup setting spray, but it literally feels and smells like hairspray. Just makes me feel plastic. Okay. I hope you enjoyed this video of me glamming up and seeing the full transformation. When I watch makeup tutorials, and I watch a lot of makeup tutorials, I like seeing someone do their routine and taking tips and styles from them and trying them on myself. And I've done this routine for years now. Like, I've made this routine for myself, so it's just like second nature to me. So if you grab any tips from that, then that's a plus for you. But I do hope this reaches full coverage girls and trans girls and cool girls that like alternative makeup styles and relate to this video and relate to me. My parting message will be, make your life glamorous in any chance or any moment you can. It doesn't matter how much money you have or what good or bad or expensive or cheap products you have the power to feel and be glamorous. That's my glamorous look. But I hope you like this makeup look. Give me a like if you do. Peace out.